Let me first express my all gratitude to the government and people of the Kingdom of Morocco, and particularly to His Majesty King Mohammed VI for his full support and leadership for organizing this 9th Global Forum of United Nations Alliance of Civilization. My dear friends, it has been 3 decades since the prestigious American political scientist Samuel Huntington delivered his famous lecture on the class of civilization. On October 19, 1992, at the American Enterprise Institute, the professor emeritus of Harvard and Columbus noted that the world politics, and I quote, was entering in a new phase, adding that the fundamental source of conflict in the new world will not be ideological or economic. He said, the great divide in humanity and the predominant source of conflict will be cultural or thus religious. His theory, as we say today, went viral. This year marks the 30th anniversary of Samuel Huntington's announcement. And today here in Fez, on the occasion of the 9th Global Forum of the United Nations Alliance of Civilization, it seemed appropriate to respond to this thesis and to defend today more than ever the need for a positive alliance of peace between the different civilizations of humanity. We should, in any case, highlight the wisdom of American political scientists in pointing out the complex nature of all conflict. International disputes are the product of a range of variables and not only of a desire for power and hegemony, although this is in the end the definite driving force to set any crisis in motion. It is also true that the emeritus professor identified cultural issues as essential element of analyzing conflict. This cultural and religious dimension had not been regularly taken into consideration until then as one of the elements to be taken into account when seeking solution to international mediation and negotiation processes. However, in the face of these significant elements of Huntington's theory, there are multiple contradictions and questionable approaches. First, there is a lack of clear definition of the term civilization. In this sense, Huntington fails to properly define and distinguish between identity, culture, and civilization. It is true that in general, most analysts use this term interchangeably without specifying the differences and the nature of this concept. Secondly, the thesis refers to the clash of civilization in general, including all of them. However, Huntington identified the Islamic civilization as the main political and cultural adversary of the West. Unfortunately, this thesis is the one that attracted the most attention and the one that's fatally announced as a chronicle of an attack foretold, to paraphrase Gabriel Garcia Marquez, the attack of the Twin Towers on September 9, 21 in New York. The collapse of the Twin Towers changed the international agenda, and the Huntington prophecy was revealed in the Western world, believing that they had found their new enemy, Islam. Nevertheless, he practically ignored other greater civilizations, such as the Chinese or Indian or the indigenous civilization from Latin America and the cultural identity civilization of Africa. And I'm extremely happy today, here in Fez, and grateful that here in this forum, we can count on high-level delegation coming from China, India, Latin America, and of course from Africa.